People loved Storage Wars as soon as it came out in 2010. It let people at home see what happens in the high-stakes world of storage unit sales. In each show, viewers see cast members bid on empty lockers in the hopes of finding a lot of money. After more than 10 years, many of the cast are still doing well in the storage sale business, while others have moved on to other projects. Come along with us as we find out where the Storage Wars group members are and what they're doing now. Since the show's start in 2010, Dan and Laura Dotson, a husband and wife team, have been in charge of the auctions. Dan has been an auctioneer for decades. He started working as one when he was 11 years old, learning the trade from his grandfather. Laura, his wife and business partner, joined later with her style. "Don't forget to pay the lady" became a famous phrase she used to end bids. The couple left in season 10 because A&E was having budget problems, even though the show became popular very quickly after its premiere. After they left, they went back to full-time running their business, American Auctioneers. The couple did this while A&E was having money problems, but they went back to the TV when the problem was fixed. But when they came back, they had a few health scares that they are still aware of today. First, Dan had a brain tumor, which cost the family a lot of money and made him sick for months. The second thing is that the couple almost lost their son Garrett in a shooting in 2020. Thank goodness the bad guy was caught, found guilty, and sent to jail. The couple kept running their family business after they got back from the show. Over the years, they've sold a huge number of lockers at sale, making them experts in the field. In addition, the couple runs Storage Auctions, an online site where people can buy and sell storage units at sale. A lot of people talked about Dave Hester, who was on Storage Wars and was known as the Mogul. During the first season of the show, he joined and quickly became a loyal member. Dave grew up with his military veteran father, who bought and sold old things. This made Dave want to start buying and selling things at sales when he was young. But unlike the Dotsons, Dave's time on the show wasn't all good. During 2012, he was fired from the show because he said it was planned. He said that expensive things were hidden in some lockers to make the show look good. After getting the letter telling him he was fired, Dave didn't give up easily. Using unfair firing as a reason, he sued A&E. The case went back and forth a few times before it was finally settled. Dave was then able to return to the show. But in 2018, Dave had a stroke and had to go to the hospital. Because of his health problems, he had to learn how to do simple things like walk and take a shower all over again. He was able to get past the problem and return to the show for season 12. But because the show's budget was tight, he had to switch his attention from reality TV to his sale business. Dave is currently in charge of Dave Hester Auctions, a business that specializes in storage auctions and estate sales. The next person is Daryl Sheets, who is often called the Gambler. Because he bids on so many things, Daryl got his nickname on the show. In one storage room, he paid $3,600 for the things that were in it and found $300,000 worth of art. He learned about buying and selling when he was young because he grew up in Southern. He went to storage auctions and learned how to spot valuable things from far away. Even though he didn't have much experience at the time, he didn't know what to expect from the lows after the highs, which was a shame. Daryl told everyone on his social media page in 2019 that he had a heart attack and had to have surgery to fix it. In the 12 seasons before the budget problem, he stayed with the show the whole time. When the show started up again, Daryl decided to take a break and focus on his health and personal life. Daryl is now semi-retired, as he likes to call it, but he still keeps his friends up to date on Instagram. Currently, he lives in Lake Havasu City and is engaged to his girlfriend, who works for a horse rescue group. Not only did Gerard Schultz and Brandy Passanti star in Storage Wars, but they also did a spin-off show called Brandy and Gerard Married to the Job. Before he joined the main show, Gerard was a sales manager for a company that cleaned carpets, and Brandy was in charge of their home. They got their start on Storage Wars when they started Now and Then Secondhand in Orange County, California. As the business grew, storage sales became a way for them to get things for their store, which led them to join the show. Their time on the show was shaped by how different their personalities were. Jared's quick bids often clashed with Brandy's cautious moves. They usually found a way to work together, though, which was a big part of their success on the show. That didn't happen when the show came back. A lot of people thought they would see the couple bidding against each other. While being interviewed, Brandy said that they broke up in 2018. They are still working as auctioneers, though. Along with that, Jared now runs the Rush Bar and Grill and a clothes company called Outlaw Apparel. On the other hand, Brandy is still on the show and also hosts a podcast called Happening Now with Hammer. The show was funny because of Gerard and Brandy, but Barry Weiss, the collector, added his own style. Another cast member was in the storage sale business to make money, but Barry was there for the fun and the treasures. Barry had built a successful business that let him retire early and follow other interests before he went on the show. In the show, Barry often looked through storage boxes for strange and unusual things. He wasn't always looking to make money. He was more interested in the adventure and story behind each thing he found. Barry got his own show after leaving the main show. It was called Buried Treasure and had 8 episodes. After that, he got another spin-off called Storage Wars, Barry Strikes Back. In it, he and Kenny Crossley talked about their best Storage Wars moments and showed clips from behind the scenes. Sadly, he was in a serious motorbike accident in 2019 that left him with multiple injuries. Barry is a world brand ambassador for the Sherwood Valley Casino in California right now. Season 3 of Storage Wars was more competitive because Ivy Calvin brought an experience in mixed martial arts and arena football to the show. Before he joined the show, Calvin owned and ran a thrift store in Palmdale, California, called Grandma's Attic. He put valuable things from the storage units he won in his store. In his personal life, he married Wendy in 2014, and the two of them now have 2 boys. The boys often go with Calvin to sale sites to pick up tips from him. Calvin has a strong connection to his small town that goes beyond the sales. He takes part in events that help his town grow and support small businesses. Calvin was one of the cast members who came back after the break to keep the fight as tough as ever. Kenny Crossley works hard on Storage Wars, so it's not a surprise that he does it so easily. Barry Weiss was the one who brought him into the business. Kenny made the show funnier and was a fan favorite. A deputy in the sheriff's office was Kenny's job before he joined the show. Trying to find better things, he moved to Los Angeles and met Barry. The rest is history. At first, Kenny was a guest on the show and often helped Barry with sales. When Barry took a back seat, Kenny stepped up and became one of the main characters in Season 10. Kenny has been an entrepreneur full-time since the budget crunch. His Instagram page says that he is a comedian and MC, and that he has a line of products with his catchphrase, "Can he do it?" on it. The other thing he does is run Jackie's Famous Pralines, a fruit and candy business in New Orleans. He also has a YouTube account called Kenny Do It Adventures that has more than 3,000 followers.